Alright, so I finally picked up this Olympus 9mm f8 fisheye lens. It's the body cap lens. It's all plastic, manual focus, fixed aperture. So my expectations were pretty low, aside from all of the great reviews that I saw online for this thing. And you know, I was looking for it last week actually, and I ended up picking up the 8mm f3.8 lens instead. Because it was cheaper and it was 2 stops faster. So you know, and that was a fine lens. You can look at my last video and see the vlogs and pictures I got from it. But the only downside to that lens versus this lens is about 80 grams lighter. And when you're holding that kind of weight at the end of a selfie stick, it sounds like nothing, right? 80 grams. But on the end of a selfie stick, that with the camera and everything else going on, you could feel the difference in weight. That's the trade-off, right? Do you want a faster lens that's a little heavier, or do you want a super lightweight lens that's you know, starts at f8? So let's see how it is at f8. Now, you know, on a bright sunny day like this, you know, f8 is fine. I'm walking up to a bench here, and this will be a good test shot, and I'll put links down below this time to some of the pictures I take, because I want you to be able to download these and look at these pictures for yourself before you decide to buy this lens, because I know it's only $100, but that's a lot of money, right? $100 if the lens sucks. But on the other hand, when you look at fisheye lenses in general, $100 is nothing. I mean, I mean, what do they want for that fisheye lens now? I can't even remember the Pro lens that Olympus just put out. I mean, that's just insane. But okay, let's get a picture of this bench. Alright, for this shot what I did is I focused on this little plaque here. So when you download the image, I want you to see if you can read that or not. I'll read it to you now. It says, "In loving memory of Catherine Riley Hall, beloved mother and dedicated volunteer." Oof, kind of put a lump in my throat, but okay. Let's move on. Ooh, look, it's a little water spigot. Gotta get a picture of that, right? Alright, so I'm gonna get a picture of this smokehouse here. Okay, we're a one-man operation today for sure, right? Using my cell phone to do the B-roll today to show you guys how this is working out. Now, we're on the sidewalk here, and I wanted you guys to get a feel for how the stabilization looks, you know, when we're just walking on level ground, relatively speaking. And again, I'm not like a catwalking level guy, you know, like a supermodel, but this is like I said, a real life review or real life vlogging, right? This is how we do it, particularly if you're just starting out. Say, man, I love this lens because look at this field of view I'm getting. You can see the whole environment, you know, with just a very small turn. All right, so I'm just gonna give you guys a quick another behind the scenes here. I've set up my cell phone over here to kind of record me over there. So if you guys are thinking about maybe starting your own channel and doing tutorials on your own, because I guarantee a lot of you can do this better than me. So good luck with that. I'll subscribe to your channel, okay? Just let me know what it is. I've kind of walked up to this little picnic area here. So I want you to see what this kind of looks like, you know, just standing here. But I think there's a photographic opportunity here, so I'll just get a picture of this. Okay, so there's a stump over here I want to get a picture of too using this lens. Okay, so that about wraps it up for me. I'm actually filming now with my 12mm f2, so with the face tracking, so we'll see how that looks compared to the 9mm. So let me go ahead and swap lenses here and put the 9mm on. This is the 9mm lens, and I'll put these up side by side or on top of each other just so you can kind of see. But let me go ahead, and that gave me an idea. Let me go ahead and overlay the 15mm body cap lens. Okay, this is the 15mm lens. How does this look? I think I'm going to try and do a comparison between the 9, the 15, and the 8mm, and the 12mm, I guess, since I have it out. But let's go ahead and switch over to the 8mm lens that I have. Okay, and finally, this is the 8mm lens, and this really feels much wider than the 9mm, even though it's technically only a 1mm difference. Alright, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you like this comparison. Again, this is part of my personal project for vlogging, or an extension thereof, but eventually I'll do a summary with all the tips and tricks and things that I learned while I was out here in the field. So if you have any other comments or suggestions, I appreciate those. Just leave them down below, and hopefully we'll see you guys again soon.